Hi, dear students. I'm your Srinivas sir from Sri Sai Sadbhavana School teaching science for you. We have already completed two lessons. The first lesson is living and non-living things, and the second one is plants and animals. That is the differences between the plants and animals. Both are living things, but they have some differences. In the second chapter, we have learned about the differences between plants and animals, how the locomotion, how they take the food, how they breathe, everything we have discussed. So here in this chapter, that is chapter number 3, we will going to study about parts of a plant, because on the earth along with us they are also staying. That means plants also present and very important for us. They are very important for us to survive on the earth, because they give us food as well as the oxygen. So we have to study what are the parts of the plants in this chapter and their function also. Which are the parts and what are their functions? What are their functions in detail? In detail, I hope you understand. Now open the page number 21, that is chapter number 3, parts of plants. Parts of plants. Okay, I will start reading. Just you look at the textbook. Our body is made up of different parts. Similarly, plants have different parts. These parts work together to help plants survive and grow. All plants, whether they are big trees, shrubs, herbs, or grass, contain roots and branches. Let us study the different parts of a plant. I will explain this much. You know very well our body has so many parts. Our body has different parts like legs, legs, hands, nose, ears, eyes, mouth, tongue, head, stomach. Okay, like this, our body is made up of different parts. Similarly, the plants also. Similarly, the plants also made up of different parts. Okay, plants have different parts. In our body, different part do different work. That means one part do one work, one other part do another work, like that. The same way, the parts of the plant also do the different works. Different works. Okay. For what purpose they have? They work together to help plants to survive and grow. Survive and grow. What is the meaning of survive? That means to live. To live on the earth and growing. To grow, they help. All plants, whether they are big trees, shrubs, herbs, or grass, contain roots and branches. Either it is a big tree or a small grass, or in the middle. That means very comparing from very large tree to small grass. Okay, they have roots and branches. They have roots and branches. So let us study the different parts of a plant in this chapter. So I have written on the board. Okay, these are the parts of the plant. These are the main parts of the plant. First one is root, which is below under the ground. Okay, under the ground. Next is stem. This is leaf, flower, branches, and fruit. These are the main parts of the plant. Here in the page number 21, they have given clearly the picture. Just you look at the textbook. Okay. First one is root, which grows under the ground. Second one is stem, fruit, branch, leaf, and flower. These are the main parts of the plant. Turn the page number 22. Open the page number 22. Next, I will read shoot and root. Shoot. The shoot is the part of a plant which grows above the ground. It grows upwards towards the sunlight. The shoot has stem, branches, leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. Root. The root is the part of a plant which grows below the ground. It grows deep into the soil. It holds the plant firmly to the soil. It holds the soil and prevents it from being washed away. It takes in, absorbs water and minerals from the soil and passes them to the stem. The stem in turn passes them to the other parts of the plant. In some plants like radish, beetroot and carrot, roots store food. Okay, here they have given the shoot and root system. First we will go about the shoot system. We will understand what is shoot system. The shoot is the part of a plant which grows above the ground. That means from here to here, this total is called as shoot system. This total is called as shoot system. Below this is called as root system. Okay, it grows upwards. It is always grows upwards. Okay, shoot system always grows upwards and towards the sunlight. Towards the sunlight. Why? To observe the sunlight. To observe the sunlight and to develop. That means to improve the photosynthesis. To improve that means to get more sunlight for the purpose of photosynthesis. It grows upward. It grows upward. Okay. What are the things present in the shoot system? Shoot system has stem. Okay. Branches. Here I have shown only one. Okay. You have seen very well that the tree has or any plant has so many branches. Okay. Next, leaves. These are the leaves and buds. The non-blooming flower, that is just non-bloomed flower, that is called as bud. Next, flowers and fruits. Next, flowers and fruits. The root, here they have given fruit, flower, leaf, branch as well as the stem. These are the shoot system. These are the parts which are included in the shoot system. Okay. Next, I hope you understand this shoot system. Okay, that is stem, leaf, flower, branches and fruits. Okay, these are present in the shoot system. Next, the root. The root is the part of a plant which grows below the ground. This root. Okay, this is the root which grows below the ground. That means underground, under the ground level. It grows deep into the soil. It grows very deep into the soil, not much deep. According to the capacity of the plant. According to the capacity of the plant, it will grow down. Okay, deep. It holds the plant firmly to the soil. That means tightly. Firmly means tightly. Firmly means tight. It holds the soil and prevents it from being washed away. It also holds the soil, okay, to avoid soil erosion. That means when the rain falls, the soil will go away, washed away. To avoid that, we need to plant the more plants. For that reason only, in the hilly areas, they will grow the forest to avoid the soil erosion. To avoid the soil erosion while the rain falls, okay, with the water, the soil also washed away. Soil also move. So to avoid that, these roots fix the soil firmly. For example, near your home, if you have any grass, so you pour the water, the soil will not move. But in the field, if you pour water, it will take away the soil. That means it fixes the soil also. It fixes the soil also. Next, it takes in, that means absorb water and minerals from the soil. It absorbs water and minerals from the soil and passes it to the stem. Passes it to the stem. That means here it absorbs and that comes to here. Next it passes to the stem. Stem once again passes to the leaves and other parts. The stem in turn passes them to the other parts of the plant. In some plants like radish, beetroot and carrot, roots store food. That means in some plants like radish, beetroot, carrot, roots store food. That means the roots becomes the fruits here. In that roots only they store the food. Okay. Once again I will read this root system. The root is the part of a plant which grows below the ground. That means below the ground what the pot is growing is called as root. It grows deep into the soil to fix it firmly. It holds the plant firmly to the soil. For example, just you go somewhere and just try to pick a plant, uprooted plant. That means to try to pick it from the ground, it is not easy because it holds the root holds the plant firmly. Okay, the root holds the plant firmly. For example, big trees, so much of wind is blowing sometimes, but it can't fall because the roots hold them firmly. Otherwise, they will fall down. Due to these roots only, they hold. That means they stand firmly. They stand firmly. Next, it holds the soil and prevents it from being washed away, and it avoids the soil erosion also. Soil erosion means moving of the soil during the flood or some rainy season. Okay, it takes in water and minerals from the soil and passes them to the stem. That means it absorbs the water and minerals from the soil or what we supply by the outside. We are supplying some minerals and everything by the outside. So it absorbs. When the water dissolves or water get into the ground, it absorbs by the roots. It absorbs by the roots and that roots supply to the stem. Stem supplies to the other parts of the body. That means plant. The stem in turn passes them to the other parts of the plant. In some plants like radish, beetroot and carrot, roots store food. See here they are given radish, beetroot and carrot. They store the food. That food we eat. Okay. I hope you have already eaten. Everyone eaten that. Seen the radish, beetroot, carrot, and you are making some dishes by this, and we are eating them. Okay. Now we will go to the root system in deep. Okay. There are two types of roots. First one is taproot, second one is fibrous root system. First one is taproot and second one is fibrous root. Okay. I want to give some. In a taproot, first we will study the taproot. I am reading taproot. In a taproot plant, main root grows from the end of the stem and many small roots grow from the main root. Plants like beetroot, carrot and radish have taproots. Next, fibrous root. In a fibrous root plant, the number of roots grow from the end of the stem. Plants like rice, wheat, grass, onion and sugarcane have fibrous roots. Fibrous roots. That means taproot system. The taproot has the main root. See here, this is the main root. This is the main root which grows from the stem. Which grows from the stem and so many small roots. So many small roots grows from the stem. Small roots grows from the main root. Small roots grows from the main root. This is the main root. This is the main root and so many small roots like this. They are grown from the main root. This is called as taproot system. That means only one main root is there. By that so many small roots will grow. This is called as taproot system. This is called as taproot system. This is plants like beetroot, carrot and radish have taproot system. And all the trees also have taproot system. Okay. Next, fibrous root system. In a fibrous root plant, the number of roots grows from the end of the stem. That means here there is no main root. In the fibrous root system, there is no main root. All are fibrous roots. That means all the roots are growing from the stem, starting from the same point, and they will grow. There is no any small roots. Any small roots. All the roots are same in size. All the roots are same in size, but in taproot system, the main root is very, very big. And the small roots are present, but here in fibrous root system, all the roots are same in size. Okay. In a fibrous root plant, number of roots grows from the end of the stem. Plants like rice, wheat, grass, onion, and sugar can have fibrous root. Okay. For example, when you go outside, just pick a small grass plant. Don't pick all the plants. Okay. Just pick a small grass plant. You will observe the fibrous root system. And for this example, that the vegetables which brought for you in your home, that is radish, beetroot, carrot are the examples. When you observe the carrot, okay, before washing it, just you find the small roots, small hair-like structure on the carrot or a radish or beetroot. They are the small roots. They are the small roots. Okay. Here the main root is this beetroot, carrot or radish. That is the main root. Here in the fibrous root system, that is when you pick a grass plant, you will see the fibrous root system. That means bunch of roots. Bunch of roots that is growing from the same point. Growing from the same point. There is no main root at all. There is no main root. These are the examples which are coconut also and all monocotyledons. All monocotyledons are examples for this fibrous root system. Monocotyledon means ragi, wheat, okay, and paddy. They are all the monocotyledons are examples for fibrous root system. Once again, I will explain. In taproot system, there is one main root and small roots are going from this main root. But here in fibrous root system, all the roots are starting from the stem and all are same in size. Okay, there is no small or big main root or anything. Here all the roots are same in size and they are growing. Okay, you know very well what is the function of these roots. They will fix the plant to the ground. They will fix the plant to the ground. Okay, here they have given taproot system as well as fibrous root system in your textbook. Please observe it. Okay, next we will move to the stem. Next we will move to the stem. The stem grows above the ground. I am reading, just you observe. It holds the plant upright and supports its branches. The stem of the neem and coconut trees are hard, strong and woody. They keep the trees upright. Such a type of stem is known as trunk, The stem of the money plant is soft, green and weak. It cannot stay upright without the support of other tree. Water is also carried to the leaves by the stem. The water absorbed by the roots travel through the stem to the leaves. In the same way, the stem carries the food made by the leaves to different parts of the plant. In some plants, such as sugarcane, extra food is stored in the stem. In some plants like potato and ginger, the stem grows underground and stores extra food. That is why we eat the stem of potato, ginger and sugarcane. Next, when you come to the stem grows above the ground level. This is the stem part. That is shoot system. It holds the plant upright and supports its branches. What is the function of the stem? It holds the plant upright. That means tightly. That means from the ground level and supports its branches. So many branches are growing from the stem. If the stem is like this, so many branches and sub-branches are growing from the stem. The stem of the neem and coconut trees are hard, strong and woody. Have you observed the plants? That means the big trees. Their stem is so hard. That means so hard and so big and woody, strong and woody. That means wood is there, wood is present. Okay, that means this much or more, this much. So many large trees also present. Okay, that is also called as stem only. The stem of the neem and coconut trees are hard, strong and woody. They are very strong. Okay, they keep the trees upright. That means they keep the trees upright. Such a type of stem is known as a trunk. What is this? Is called as trunk. It looks like the trunk of an elephant, so it called as trunk. That means very big stems. The stem of the stem of money plant is soft, green, and weak. When you observe the some plants which are growing near your home, they are very weak. For example, money plant, and nowadays what we call it as Amruta Balli. Okay, that all are the stems are very weak. Without any support, they can't grow. So for that reason only, we are tying some thread or anything, or we are giving some support to the plant to grow. Some support to the plant to grow. It cannot stay upright without the support of the other tree. Otherwise, it will fall in the ground and it will grow in the ground. So to avoid that, we will give some support by a thread or string or anything, by a stick. Okay, we will give some support to them to avoid them to fall down. Okay, because their stem is very weak. The stem of money plant is soft, green, and weak. It cannot stay upright without the support of other trees or anything. Okay, water is also carried to the leaves by the stem. When after absorbing the minerals, water, everything by these roots, the roots supply this to the stem. The roots supply these minerals and everything to the stem. What the stem do? This stem carry to this to the branches and to the leaves. Branches and to the leaves. The water absorbed by the roots travel through that stem to the leaves. In the same way, the stem carries the food made by the leaves to different parts of the plant. What is the function of the stem? It not only upright the plant, it acts also as a pipe to pass the water as well as to pass the prepared food to the other parts of the body. That means the water from the roots to all the parts of the plant, that is to the stem, to the branches, to the leaves, everywhere it supplies. Okay. Next, the food prepared in the leaves is supplied to all the parts. That means to the roots also it need food. So the food once again travels through the stem and supplies to the roots, branches, all the parts of the plant. All the parts of the plant. In some plants such as sugarcane, extra food is stored in the stem itself. That means in sugarcane, have you eaten the sugarcane? Yes, we have all are eaten the sugarcane. That means in the sugarcane is a stem. Sugarcane is a stem. The food stored in that stem. The sugarcane plant store the extra food in the stem. In some plants like potato, ginger, the stem grows underground and stores extra food. Potato and ginger are the stems that are grows underground and they store the food also. That means what we are eating, potato and ginger are the stems. They are the stems. That is why we eat the stem of potato, ginger and sugar cane because they store the food there. So we are eating that food. So I hope you understand up to here the stem. Okay. We will continue in the next class the remaining leaf, flower, fruits and seeds. Most plants grow from seeds, everything, and the summarize everything we will complete in the next class. I hope you understand what is the root system, shoot system. Okay, everything, taproot, fibrous root, stem, everything you understand. In the next class we will continue the leaf and everything. Okay, have a nice day, take care.